It's time. Where you at? Judah, Ephraim, Benjamin, Simeon, Levi, Zebulun, Manasseh, Issachar, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Reuben. Let's go home. When we get to the kingdom, what we gon' say? How about a bed? There's no work today. When we get to the kingdom, what we gon' do? I'ma dance like David right out of my shoes. When we get to the kingdom, how we gon' act? Karma don't trip, no looking back. It's a feast day, it's a feast day. We practicing the righteous acts, and with Christ above us, there's no strife among us. You can tell that the kingdom's back. The streets so cold, you can see through them. I'ma shine so bright from my head to my toes in New Jerusalem. And if you really wanna go, keep the commandments as your first love. And the faith in Christ might get a mention in the kingdom. From the bottomless pit rising to the top. Now Israel gon' rule with the right of mine. And with Christ above us, there's no And guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Oh, wow. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
With the fresh white linen, fell kinda hard, got back up, it's been a minute. Pull so many scripts, it might leave your head spinning. This is more than a campaign, like a sin, it got me winning. Face so tough, I'm like Paul, how I'm in it. Walking with the giants, Adam stature, about the Lord's business. Fringes on my every garment, got me fly with it. Feast days when I love to brag, how my God did it. Spirit gotta change, and I gotta change too. Looking in the mirror, I am not the same dude. Old friends see me now like, bruh, who you? I was losing till I start playing the game by the rules.
It's a feast day, it's a feast day. We practicing the righteous acts, and with Christ above us, there's no strife among us. You can tell that the kingdom's back. And guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Israel. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Israel. You wanna be righteous,
Gotta keep the law.
won't happen overnight, sis.
Gotta do it all.
You used to think you had it all.
You ain't had nothing.
Destroy your pride, you gotta fall.
That's the way you get it all.
You wanna get your bank up,
Put in that work.
my brother, get your rank up.
Put in that work.
You feel like you can't take it,
Faith up.
endure till you make it.
You are now flying.
Applying pressure to the pedal breaking. Lord know we dedicated. Revealing truth to our people, we been miseducated. Great awakening taking place and they can't decimate it. Truth serum that can't be replicated. Get medicated, this that Psalms 107, ain't it? We got this truth and can't keep calm. On the corner dropping bombs, can't be detonated. Jump from coast to coast like LeBron, but we never traded. Got the breath of life in my lungs, I'm resuscitated. Precepts, the only P we pushing in this heat. Hitting harder than the desert eagle bullet. Hit the earth with the line, let it sink and we gon' hook 'em. We had
back to another week of
Let's Talk Truth.
All praise to the Most High. I'm Officer Baruch, and to my right,
Officer Hezekiah.
and to my left,
Soldier Shaul.
hey, all praise to the Most High. Yeah, y'all, look, it's only a few of us today, but it's gonna be okay. All praise to the Most High. Hey, we got the prophets out doing the work. All praise to the Most High. So we gonna show you how it is today. We're gonna talk the truth. All right, today's topic is the truth about the food processing industry. So you know, and look, y'all, please do me a favor. Please make sure you call in. The call-in number is 1-833-878-7234 extension 7. Call in because some of y'all probably work at these places like Tyson Foods. You know, these other companies, I don't see some of these companies, I don't even know their names. They out there though, like the what's the one in Little Rock? The one right off of North Little Rock. What is that called? They be selling passing out McDonald's stuff. Well, anyways, you got all these companies, these different names they be having, these different whatever titles they have, but they these food processing companies that provides the foods for your local grocery stores. And I know we mentioned this in a radio show before, but they in some of these places specifically target black communities. Oh, yeah. But we gonna get into that, y'all, on the show. We gonna get into that. But first, we gonna show you what the show is about. So let's get that in Psalms real quick.
The book of Psalms, chapter 85, verse 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth.
So listen clearly. In these last days, the prophets got to do this because the Bible says that the truth will spring out of the earth. And who gonna do it if the prophets don't do it? Most of us you see on the streets, the purple and gold, the Israelites, IUIC, we teach the truth. And guess what? On Let's Talk Truth Radio, we're going to do the same thing. Like every week you give you the truth. Every week, continually. You hearing something new you might have not heard before. Like last week when we went over the health industry and the big farm, the big pharmacy, the mafia. We went over that. And guess what? We don't have any articles on it, but I should have pulled some. But that goes into today's topic as well because they partnered. They work hand in hand. And we're going to see some things today with the food processing industry, the truth about it, all right? So it says what? Read it again.
Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
And righteousness shall look down from heaven. So we must bring out this truth so all the scriptures can be fulfilled. All praise to the Most High. So we're going to jump into it a little bit. We're going to introduce the topic a little bit. Let's get the first article. It's actually the Wikipedia, I think. Yeah, let's pull that up. Let's read it out. If you can see it. Scroll up for us. Yeah, keep going right there.
Food processing is the transformation of agricultural products into food, or of one form of food into other forms. Food processing includes many forms of processing foods, from grinding grain to make raw flour to home cooking to complex industrial methods used to make convenience foods. Some food processing methods play important roles in reducing food waste and improving food preservation, thus reducing the total environment impact of agriculture and improving food security.
Hey, so we see what it says on Wikipedia, which we know they can literally go on Wikipedia, click the edit button, and change and tell you what they can tell you what it means.
Stop the cap.
They just put stuff down and just say, well, it really means this or this or that. Because in some of the videos we're going to show you today, it says something different from what this is saying. Like it reduces the waste. Food waste? Nah, okay. Really? I mean, you may say, okay, people wasting a lot. Look, people going to eat a lot of food, throw away a lot of food. We know that. But it's going to be other waste that come behind it. Mm-hmm. And you're going to see in some of the videos we show. But we just give you a little Wikipedia, what do you call it, definition, or I guess that's what you call it?
The insight.
Insight on what food processing is. Now, we're going to go into this quick video. We're going to look at this and see, because it says, what it said, food processing includes many forms of processing foods, from grinding grain to making raw flour to making home cooking to complex industrial methods used to make convenient food, basically.
Convenience food.
Right. So now what they left out was Wait, hold on. It says some food processing methods play important roles. All right, so what they left out is some of the food ain't real. They left out that. So this how we know this ain't entirely true. Because they
That's
left out
right.
some of the food ain't real. Now, I was just talking to the brother. I was like, hey, this Soldier Shawu right here, if y'all ain't know. All right, so I was like, it's 3 billion plus people in China alone, just China. Not whole Asia where you got India, which I think they got like 1 billion people over there. You got the other minor Asia countries like Japan, Taiwan, what do you call it?
Taiwan.
Vietnam. All of those places over there. You got all these little other Asian countries over there. But just China alone, 3+ billion people. That's not enough rice you can make. The season ain't always right to grow the rice.
Hell
So it's not adding up as much rice as they eat,
That's all they eat.
as much noodles as they eat. So if we know the rice is bad, we know the noodles are bad. We know some of this is not right, but they doing it to the food processing. They're doing it for convenience food, to make it more convenient. They need it now. They need it now. We got to have it now. That's why we eat Roman noodles when we don't know that ain't real noodles.
What?
Something wrong with it. But we're going to get into it. Let's get this first video. I want this one, the rice one. I posted it kind of last, but I meant to put that one like right under that. Timestamp at 1 minute. So we're going to show you this real quick. And, I mean, if somebody know the game of this, let me know. Somebody might work at Riceland or one of these local rice places. You might know a little more about some stuff. But right what we're about to show you now, this is happening somewhere in the world today. And somebody's consuming this right here. So let's read. Matter of fact, just play the whole video. It ain't but 1:31. Let's play it. Y'all pay close attention. Play close attention. But this is a food processing company. Watch this. Let's go. Hey, pause. No, this I'm probably about to be funny with this a little bit, but this might just be like Christmas wicked, right?
For sure.
These holidays wicked, these gay days where they be giving gifts. This might be some old gift wrapping paper right here or something. This you know the little paper that go on the PlayStation before you get it to them, that cover and wrap. This might be what that is. The leftovers that they had at their factory down the street. So they bring it to the food processing place, and now they pulling the plastic. How to make plastic rice. Rice.
You finna crush some people, right?
Somebody getting crushed.
Some backs finna get broken half today.
So y'all,
Come on,
look,
man.
This ain't, look, you say back. Look, we got some videos. It's gonna hurt. But you gotta take it. But we're gonna show you what the Bible says too, though. Watch this. Let's continue. Hey, that's gotta be an African. I don't care. They ain't Judah, bro. That's gotta be an African man. You over there assisting these who is it, Ammon or Moab, whoever this might be. You assisting them in making plastic rice. Like, first of all, y'all, you gotta see how sad and sick this is. Let's read this first of all. Let's go to Matthew 24. Because in the last days, the Bible says the world was gonna get cold. It was gonna get wicked. That don't just include or it's only to
Like
the
murder
killing
and
and murdering and stuff like that. No, they're talking about all kind of manner of signs they do, all kind of wickedness they do to push in this world in the last days. Read that. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Matthew 24. Verse, what is it? 12, verse 12. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12.
Come on.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
It says the love of many was going to wax cold. That's all people in general was going to wax cold. And even for them and their own people, it was going to wax cold. That's how you know the Bible is real. And this is what we're seeing right here. They eat more rice than we do.
Damn.
They consume most of the rice. But Negroes like rice. Negroes love Panda Express. For some reason, we love it. We love Chinese buffet, and Japanese cuisines and sushi, fresh sushi. Negroes trying to be all healthy and stuff, not knowing it might be plastic.
They finna show you what the main ingredient that y'all like that make it taste so good.
Man, all right, so watch this. Let's go. I don't know. Pause. Oh, they still got the nerve to rinse it off? It's plastic. Well, this is what we seeing right here, y'all. Damn. What do you say after that?
Nothing.
What do you say? The world, as we know right now, is going to an end. We see it. We eat plastic. Now, maybe it's not the rice in your local area. It may not be that rice, but best to believe there's some rice out there that's plastic.
You got a hold of some of it.
You might have had some. Your bowel movements get off of eating rice. What's going on?
And you got to think about it. When they get this bad food, where it gets shipped to first? The ghetto.
The ghetto. Just like them blocks of cheese that be in the neighborhoods off the truck. The same thing right here.
Come on, man.
They send us the worst of the worst.
Right.
But maybe we get saved because this is Arkansas. We got the land of the rice. We the largest rice manufacturing company in the United States, right here in Arkansas. Okay, we saved. Okay, whatever. Oh, you say that, okay.
Stop the cap.
We showing you what they do to the food right there. So let's pull this. Let's go to Ezekiel. We showing you what they do to the food. You can't make it up. You can't make it up. Ezekiel 4:13. My bad. I keep pointing at you. Go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles.
So us Israelites, yeah, the Gentiles going to eat it too because it's defiled as their bread, but we were going to eat it. This is one of the plagues or curses that was going to be upon us. This is a prophecy right here, and it's true today. We seen it. That's defiled. We're eating plastic, and we don't even know it. And that's just the rice. I'm not talking about the noodles that they provide for us. Do you thinking you getting, and I'm going to say it, but it may be you think you getting egg roll wrappers, but it may not be egg roll wrappers.
Message.
Or them clear spring wrappers, them little clear ones, they may not be regular. What is it? I don't know.
How do you legalize selling plastic for food?
If you own the industry, they can't say nothing about it. Listen, if I pay you in the world, in the wickedness, if I'm paying you $1 billion to shut your mouth, what you gonna do?
You shut up.
Then you've been living like that for the rest. I've been living off this billion. I've been making this money. I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's that one hand washing the other.
Exactly. That's what it is. And that's what we see. Like, they ain't gonna say nothing. They making millions and millions of billions of dollars off of this industry, off of all the food processing industries. And this is just one form of it. It's many others. Hey, wait till we get on in the show, y'all. Wait till we get on in the show. We're going to show you what they do. Even to your, I hate to say it because I be consuming this. Even your plant-based foods. Come on now, bro. It's a lie. It's going to hurt. Oh, man, I love that damn Whopper.
Some of these vegans, boy,
And
they finna
Impossible
go
Whopper.
crazy.
I love the Impossible Whopper. Sorry to tell you. I had to look at it. I had to research it.
That's
It
why-
hurt me.
That's why a lot of these vegans, they be bigger than the people that eat regular stuff.
Man, shoot. Yeah, that's because it's GMOs, man.
Right.
But we gonna get into that, all right? So let's read this scripture. All right, and then we're gonna go into the reality radar. Let's read this one more time.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 4 and verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them.
Right. So we was gonna eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whether we in the USA, whether we in China, whether we in Russia, whether we in Africa amongst the Hamites, wherever we at, we was gonna eat defiled bread. That's what's up on us. We can't run from it because the curses are real, right? We subject to these things. We gonna bring it. We gotta bring the truth out, right? But that's enough of that for right now. Let's get in the reality radar. We got to get to it. It's in the news, and what's crazy is the prophets be everywhere, and this is true. All right, we ain't gonna speak a lot about it, but we're gonna show you what this is right here. This is Mississippi right here. Let's go into this.
Pregnant woman fatally shot in Mount Bayou. Suspects arrested.
So go back because it says pregnant woman fatally shot in Mount Bayou. I'm gonna tell you, Deuteronomy 28. This is how you know the Bible is real. At the end of the day, the Bible is real. And we can stay in the curses this whole class, we can just stay in the curses and tell you what the Bible talks about. But we're gonna go through it. But watch this, Deuteronomy 28, verse 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
Put the article back up. So the Bible says the Lord was going to smite us because of our disobedience with madness, with blindness, with astonishment. These things are upon our people. Our people are bugged out their minds. Now scroll down or up, however you do it. This brother, he may look normal, but he bugged out his mind.
That's right.
Scroll down. This may be a normal sister in the neighborhood, but she bugged out her mind. They put to death, they plotted and put to gunshot, killed a pregnant sister. You can't make this up.
And an unborn child.
That goes back to Matthew 2 with the wax cold.
Matthew 24.
Right, the hatred that we have towards our people. In these last days, it was going to increase. Cold-blooded murder right here. Fatally shot.
Bugged out.
You can't make it up. How does that make sense?
You
Because
can't make
the
this
Bible
stuff
is
up.
real. Read it again.
The Lord shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
An astonishment of heart. This is what's going to happen in these last days. With us, our people, we was going to have it. This was going to happen. So let's read on this. This is your neck of the woods, man. This Mississippi, man.
Right.
What's up with Mississippi? Mississippi been going crazy. They killed the one brother we spoke about before. They killed the one brother. What they call it? What's the word they use when they decimated or something? Decapitated. Did one brother in Mississippi. White folks did that. Cut him up, killed him. And then we see stuff like this. Mississippi, crazy. But you know, Mississippi about to turn into the
Jim Crow era.
Jim Crow, Wild West. I don't, what you call it, man? I don't know. But they about to go crazy. They about to be all military pretty soon. But let's read on.
A young woman and her unborn child were fatally shot in Mount Bayou on Wednesday morning, authorities said. The Bolivar County Sheriff's Office received a call for assistance from the Mount Bayou Police Department around 11:52 a.m., reporting a shooting at 501 Brenda Street. When deputies arrived on the scene, they found Kiara Walker, age 24, with a gunshot wound to the upper chest area. Walker was rushed to Bolivar Medical Center, but was pronounced dead shortly after arrival. Tragically, her unborn child also died in the incident. DeMarcus Ramies, 18, and Sherry Hamlin, 20, both residents of Mount Bayou, were arrested in connection with the shooting. They are being charged with 2 counts of murder and are currently being held at the Bolivar County Regional Facility pending their initial court appearance. Bolivar County Sheriff Kelvin Williams expressed gratitude to the community for their assistance in quickly apprehending the suspects. The investigation into the shooting is ongoing.
Right, so we see this, man. These people murdered them. They cold-blooded murder right here. And we know it was probably on some, I don't know. There might have been some jealousy there or some like, no, you ain't going to put me on child support. We don't know what the issue is. God knows, and they know why they did it. They know why. Go ahead.
Right. And hats off to the people that, because it says, how did they find the suspects? They said
they expressed gratitude to the community for their assistance in quickly apprehending the suspects.
Okay, so now let me get Leviticus 5:1. Because that's one thing about black people in our communities a lot of time when stuff like this happen. A lot of times we want to keep our mouth shut. Apparently these are animals. People that commit crimes and do stuff like this, they should not walk freely on the streets.
Right.
Read that.
The book of Leviticus chapter 5 and verse 1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing and is a witness, whether he have seen or known of it, if he do not utter it.
If he what?
Do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
So the Bible says if you know of sin, you know what's going down in these communities. You know about Ray getting his head blown off. You know about the sister getting raped. We have to inform the law of these things, because the Bible says if you don't, then those same sins you will have to give an account for. And that's the reason why a lot of times we keep our mouth shut. But then when it happens to us, when one of our family members get gunned down, we want quick justice then.
Mm-hmm.
But when stuff happens to other people in the community, we keep the code. Oh, man, don't snitch, man. Don't tell. You know what I'm saying?
You just made me think. Go ahead. Cause
I'm going to say, but to Officer Point, that keeps that cycle of violence going. You do something to one of our family members, guess what? We're going to retaliate. Mm-hmm. And that's just like a couple of weeks ago in Louisville, Mississippi, a young guy got gunned down in the store, but guess what? His people went to another store and gunned down the people that gunned him down.
What?
So, but no arrest been made.
Where was that at?
Louisville, Mississippi.
Damn, Mississippi. Something wrong with Mississippi, bro.
It's something that water, bro.
Bruh.
Telling you.
Hey, you probably right. Either water and the chemtrails that be going. Listen, the Bible is real. And these Edomites, they understand the prophecy. They know the doomsday. They already know it's on the way. It's very near. And we seeing stuff like this happen. Like you said, that cycle keeps coming. I want to do a little sidebar on this. For the sisters, because look, they got charged with 2 counts of murder. Right? For an unborn child. We need to start charging the ones that do the abortions.
Damn.
Because if they killing a kid. This is what they saying, that they getting charged with 2 counts, which I agree.
That's
the same way should be for the ones that commit doing abortions. They need to be charged as well for murder. So this shouldn't exclude them if we bringing it out like this. And we saying it, but let's go to Leviticus real quick.
Man, that's a good point you just made.
Yeah.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed.
No. Go to you can bring that out, but I wanted to go to 17 and 18. This is the problem in our communities. We crazy, first of all. We crazy because we broke our law, so now we subject to all this stuff. And the enemy, Esau, the white man, yes, your neighbor-friendly hood white man, that say he love you, she say she love you, what's the word I'm looking for? They know we sick, so they use that and they push it, they keep going, they keep feeding to it, they keep feeding on. Okay, something wrong with them. Let me feed them. Let me put the things in their neighborhoods. Let me put this in there. If I put a case of drugs, if I put drop a trailer full of guns in your neighborhood and starve the people or make the people not get jobs, what they gonna do with those guns? They're gonna go shoot a dude. They're gonna go shoot their own people. They're gonna rob they ain't gonna go to the white neighborhood. They're gonna rob their own people. The old man that get a government check, the old woman that get a government check, the brother that made it out the hood that come to visit his mom and daddy. That's rob him.
This is affliction, brothers.
That got a good job at the hospital. Let's rob her. This is what they do. But the white man plays on that. He feeds it. He knows what's wrong with us. He knows the Bible prophecy. But let's read this. Leviticus 17. So we got to love. This is the problem, too. We don't love our people. What I want, 17, 18? Is that what I'm talking about? Am I tripping? 18.
Bring it out.
Love your neighbor as you love, 19. Damn, brother. Damn. You throwing me off, man. Yeah.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19
17.
and verse 17.
Yeah.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
Right. So this is the issue. We hate our people. And the Bible says, don't hate your brother in the heart. Don't hate him. This is why you can cold-blooded just go out and shoot down a sister and she pregnant.
Damn.
Nevertheless, she just your sister in general, but now she pregnant. So you killing two souls. It's straight hatred.
Damn.
And that's the mindset of the world. This is what the world has pushed us to stay like and be like. Continue.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
This is the problem too, because I blame it on the Christian church. We don't have the Christian church rebuking the people. They don't tell the parents, hey, you need to parent your kids right. You need to do this to your kids according to the scriptures. They don't teach the kids. They don't guide the kids. There's no guidance in the communities. And this is why it's hatred that's blazing in the streets, in our communities, in our streets. Keep going.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge.
This is why you say that cycle keep going too, because we avenge. We bear grudges. Oh, she did me wrong. Oh, you put me on child support. Oh, you say you going to do this to me, or you going to do that, or you leaving me. Oh, let me get my girl or something, my new girl, or let me get my sister to come get you. Or whatever the case may be, whatever the scenario you can picture and paint, or that it happens in our community because we hold grudges and we hate our people. Finish that out.
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
This is what we have to learn to do. Love our neighbors as ourselves. That's what we have to do. If we practice that, there will be no black on black crime. There will be no shooting baby mamas, or it will be no baby mamas, baby daddies. Right. It wouldn't be that if we practice these things. We have to practice this in our communities. You got something else?
No. All
right, so all praises, y'all. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, man, we're gonna get into the topic. We gotta get into the topic because the food industry, the processing companies, they hate us. They don't want to see the Negro succeed. They want us dead, right? And they don't care if they kill their own people on the way. Right. They're gonna do it.
They'll take a few casualties.
Yeah, that's the casualties of war. That's what it is. All right, so y'all stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Let's Talk
Truth.
What's real, and what ain't, I've been gone, now I'm in, now what's real, and what ain't, I've been good, can't complain, I got the spirit you willing, I got the feeling you feeling, I'm on my seat in this way back, focus on nothing but healing, I'm only one out of a million, trying to speak life to the realest, we had our back as the ropes, now it's about time that they feel this, we in the street with the dealers, we in the street with the killers, reasoning out of the scriptures, 365 to the killers. Your pastor comes in the building. He telling lies and he stealing. He said the law done away, but he said tell them to stay. I connect it with the hate. I'm in the shop with the jewels. I'm on the block with the bros. We march the city for peace, like they won't tell on the news. They gotta sing in the blues, cause we got nothing to lose. They kill us dead in the street, and we supposed to play like it's cool. Gotta thank God for the government. Most of y'all think it's irrelevant. They choose their life in the beast. More like a modern day Hellenist. I found my God in the oracles. You found your God in the elements. You live your life for the hell of it. I live my life for the promises, cause it's heaven sent. What's real, and what ain't, I've been gone, now I'm in, now what's real, and what ain't, I've been good, can't complain.
Lot of ups and downs, still I don't complain. You know it take a lot to go through to thick of thin and still stay the same. Been keeping it real. Real ones gon' change. What it costs to say soul in this life and get a block to your name. Oh man, that's still putting in work. Yeah, I know my worth. and cheap clothing. We got spies, we got some rights, and I'm blessed, dog. Y'all don't get me stressing on these obstacles. Watch how I finesse, dog. Blessed, dog. Y'all don't get me stressing through these obstacles. Watch how I finesse,
What's real? What ain't? I've been gone. Now I'm here. Now what's real? What ain't? I've been good. What's real? What ain't? I've been gone. Now I'm here. Now what's real? What ain't? I've been good. Can't complain.
Welcome back to
Let's Talk Truth.
Hey, so all praises. Y'all, we're going to get into the topic at hand. We got to get into the topic. All praises. All right, so you already know the name of the show is we're going into the truth about the food processing industry. The food processing industry. So what I need y'all to do, if you're sitting at home on the couch, watching it, wherever you at, if you're riding in the car, you listening to it on a radio show, pull the seatbelt. Make sure you lock yourselves in because it might hurt you a little bit for what you're going to see. All right? Some of us, we love food so much. And sidebar, if you love food so much, it's called idolatry.
This is America.
Read that real quick. Exodus 20 and verse 1. Just want to bring this out just for those that love food so much. Like you can't go without food. Like I got to eat 3 meals a day plus 3 snacks a day. Right. And then at night, I got to have a Twinkie. Huh? Like that type of person that just eat. Watch this.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
You ain't supposed to have another God before God. A lot of our people that's why we see the obesity rate in the black communities, in the Israelite communities, are at the highest because we put food before God. We love food. I got to eat. Man, I'm hungry. Bro, you just got finished eating. It didn't fill me up. We know why it don't fill you up because they putting stuff in it that ain't for to fill you up. It's for to keep you coming to eat more.
Right.
Spend your money. First of all. Second of all, you ain't got to get full all the time. It's called eating in moderation. Right. It's called intermediate fasting. It's to make you healthier, to build your immune system. But you weaken it when you eat all the time. And those that love food is what? Read it again.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
You're not supposed to have another God before our God, the living God of the world, all right? The God of the Israelites. You got to examine that thing. You have to examine it, all right? So let's jump into it.
This is their God.
Right. Let's get this first, let's get this. This is a TikTok video, y'all. For y'all, look. I've used white sugar. We might still have a little white sugar. You know, that's what we go to if we run out of the brown sugar, the real sugar. But you want to say something?
If you making Kool-Aid, you using white sugar.
Yeah, I don't drink Kool-Aid in the house, so all praises. Yeah, I'm Jake. I'm black, yes. But I left Kool-Aid a long time ago. Right? We might need to do the truth about Kool-Aid. We might need to do an episode on that. Man, I know something wrong with
get some hate mail
man,
out of
I know something wrong with that Kool-Aid, y'all. Y'all ain't seen Ezel, man.
Come on now, dog.
Smokey they were going crazy over there, all right? But we're going to show y'all, all right? Y'all see, this is how they make sugar. Whether it's brown, but how they specifically how they make that white sugar, all right? Which is another form of crack. But let's go.
Sugar is made in this way. Do you still want to eat it?
Never mind. They talking. Rewind it a little bit. You can pull it. Yeah.
If white sugar is made in this way, do you still want to eat it? When sugarcane is ripe, workers will drive the harvesting machine to harvest the sugarcane, and then the trucks will take it quickly to the sugar factory for processing. The truck will first dump the cane on the receiving table, ready for the next 2 washing sessions. After the cleaning is complete, The crusher will crush the cane into pieces, then the conveyor belt to the juicer, extracting all the juice from it. The sugar cane is squeezed by multiple, continuously operating juicers to ensure that the cane pieces are fully pressed. The extracted juice is guided through the grooves to the large collection barrel. The samples are subjected to a series of tests in the laboratory. The technician adds a thickening agent to bind the impurities in the juice in order to filter the cloudy juice into a clean liquid, poured into another machine to measure whether the sugar concentration is up to standard. The juice then flows down the 10-meter high tower. Sulfur dioxide vapor rises from below. This is the sulfurization process. It is used to bleach the juice. Then the juice flows through a device that measures the pH value. In another large vat, the workers add the lime powder to the water. This is used to make...
Stop. Y'all remember that lime powder. We're going to pull up the definition. We're going to show you what lime powder is. Right? We think it's just a normal little... Oh, that look like flour or... Well, first of all, flour wouldn't go in sugar.
Stop the cap.
They look like some... That look like they adding sugar to sugar.
Raw.
Yep.
That what it look like. Or that powdered sugar. You know that white powdered sugar you be getting? That's what it look like. But nah, we're going to show you what that is, all right? But keep going.
To make the solution of sugarcane juice that will be added next. The blender will mix the sugarcane juice and the lime solution for about 6 hours. To complete the alkalization, it will adjust the pH value of the juice and clarify it. After the reaction between the juice and the lime, it will change from brown to the current yellow color. Next, the juice is piped into the clarification tank. It will take more than 2 hours to clarify. At the same time, the impurities will settle to the bottom. The workers will take a few samples from the pond to show us how it settles. The residue is not wasted. The mash at the bottom after extraction is turned into fertilizer. The rest of the residue is used as fuel. Next, the clarified juice goes to the evaporator and is boiled. This increases the sugar content of the juice from 15% to 60%. The juice then enters a large 15-ton tank. Here the residual sediment in the juice floats to the top. The rotating slurry plate then sends it to the side of the tank. After these processes, the previous sugar cane juice is turned into this sticky syrup. Then the workers will pour a bucket of white, sticky substance into the syrup. This milk-like solution.
What the hell are they pouring in our sugars?
The hell is this?
What is that? This white sticky substance. We don't know this milky. Look, what is this?
They didn't add about 8.
They didn't add it. This is sugar. Just be sugar. You're supposed to get the cane, chew on, and this is sugar. Right. Now they just say, okay, we're gonna smash the sugar. Okay, I'll get there. You juice it out. We understand the juicing process, but why you keep adding stuff? Why you adding white stuff to brown stuff?
Damn.
What's wrong with you? This is how you know the Bible is real. Read that Ezekiel again. Read it again.
Do you
We're
think
going to probably read Ezekiel like 4 or 5 times because the Bible is real.
Bring it out. Do you think they're going to tell us what that white sticky substance is?
They might or maybe not.
Stop the cap.
But I don't want it. You putting white. Why we putting syrup in sugar?
Who raised you?
In sugar, flaky sugar. You know, flaky.
He say syrup, though.
Read it again. That's what he said. White syrupy like.
He's sticky.
Sticky syrup. Right. I don't know. What is this?
It's a lot of stuff that's white and sticky.
Man, come on.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 4, verse 13. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread.
We're going to eat their defiled bread. And guess what? Most of us are the ones that's forming this. We on the sugarcane fields, whether it's in Haiti, whether it's in South America somewhere. We on those sugarcane fields, harvesting all of this for them, doing all this, don't understand. Half of us don't pay attention. We just, hey, this is how I make my money. This is how I make my living. And when I leave, I'm good. Huh? Go ahead.
You said something right there. So you know when our people pick the actual cane or whatever, they add all this other stuff to stretch it.
Mm-hmm.
So they quadrupling their money instead of just using what we supposed to have anyway.
You say they adding, and then like they say they use it for fertilizer. So they making money on all around. They say, hey,
gas fuel.
And gas fuel, right? Yeah. So we'll use some of it. We'll keep some of the cane. Some people like it like that. We'll charge them a little more for that. You want to keep it like we could charge you more, but then we'll press it down, juice it, and then we'll make some white. We'll make the brown sugar, but then we'll make some white sugar. But then we're gonna keep it for the soil as well, and then we're gonna make oil. So they making. But this is a food processing company making buttloads of money, and at the same time they're killing you.
Now they might have forgot the point that you made earlier when we first came on. It said it was gonna limit food waste. That's limiting food waste right there.
Right.
They ain't wasting nothing.
They ain't wasting nothing. Nothing. All right, let's play on.
Will bind the sugar in the syrup to make it easier to refine the sugar. It is then cooked in a vacuum pan to form crystallized sugar.
Stop. They didn't tell us what it was.
They didn't.
They didn't say what that white syrupy sticky stuff is.
Ew.
They didn't say it. He not gonna tell them. We ain't telling y'all what this is.
We ain't gonna
Just
tell you
know
everything.
that's why your sugar white. That's one of the reasons why. That's why we addicted to it. That's why it's killing us. That's why people, you see diabetics, they can't have too much salt, too much sugar. You see all people with these different issues with their body. Right here. This is the reason. Let's go.
As the water in the syrup is slowly dried out, workers periodically check the progress of their crystallization until they become a thick, crystalline paste. The sugar paste is sent to a high-speed centrifuge. The molasses is quickly extracted out of the pot until only the separated crystals are left in the pot. At this point, the machine sprays out water to clean the crystals. When finished, the water is pumped out again, leaving only the cleaned crystals. Next, the conveyor belt leaves the centrifuge with the crystallized sugar. They start to enter the large drying machine step by step. They are tossed around in the machine. The moisture content of the sugar is reduced to 0.02%. It leaves the dryer and enters the bag on the scale. When its weight reaches 1,000 kilograms, the crane will transport the bags to another platform of the factory. It will lower each bag of sugar to the flow chute that leads to the main equipment, where a system of automated equipment will automatically complete their packaging and sealing. And
that's enough. So we see right here what they do to the sugar, how they get it white, right? The separations of this, the crystallize, all of that, and they add stuff in there. And you think you just eat normal sugar? You think sugar look like this? When I was growing up, I didn't know that real sugar wasn't white.
Y'all better take heed to this.
Real sugar ain't white. I didn't know that. I just thought, okay, this sugar is sugar. We got brown, we got white.
That's what I thought.
Okay, that's sugar to still, and that's sugar. I don't know how it got like that. I don't know how they got like that. But now we see what they do in the process of this, right? In this process, we see that. So pull up the last thing I posted, because I said, remember, lime
powder.
Lime powder. Well, no, lime, what did it say? Lime what?
Lime powder.
Lime powder. That's what they put in there, right? Scroll up.
This is America.
No, we're going to read this. Yeah, read that.
What is lime powder? Hydrated lime, calcium hydroxide, is a dry, colorless, crystalline powder manufactured by treating calcium oxide, quicklime, with water in a process called slaking, also known as slack lime, builder's lime, or pickling lime.
What we talking about right now? We talking about a food product?
Don't fall for it.
Let's keep going.
Hydrated lime is used in the production of mortars.
And who?
In the production of mortars.
Mortar?
Plasters, cements, paints, hard rubber.
So the same stuff that they put in sugar is the same stuff that's on your wall. Damn! It's the same stuff you walk on every day. You literally can lick your wall and probably taste a piece of that lime right there. I wouldn't recommend you doing that. You might hurt yourself. Hey. But this is what they put in your sugar. And this is a manufacturing company. This is a food processing company. And we agree with it. We good though. Go ahead.
That's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. But to take it a step
further.
It is. Take it a step further. We talking about sugar, right? So let's read this. What are common uses for lime? Lime is the cheapest, most widely used alkali in the world. Lime products provide a key ingredient for many essential processes such as purifying drinking water, making sugar, cleaning gases from power stations, constructing buildings, producing iron and steel, and treating contaminated land.
I'm going to tell you something else. When you say treating contaminated land, that's just like if you got a problem, a septic problem, and it's coming up through your pipes, you know how you can take lime.
That lime to clean this stuff. You
pour it on shit. You know
ain't no way, boy.
You know what I'm saying?
All that, yeah.
It'll eat it up. It'll take away the scent. You gotta think about something that's strong, and you putting this in your sugar.
Why?
And this is the same stuff, and we know certain pure lime, but they did something to this. They did something to the lime.
This something else,
and
right
this
here.
a hydrated lime that you can use in paints. You can use in rubber. In cements, in mortars, and plasters. The same stuff the little artwork you see at the art place, the plaster work. Yeah, that's the lime stuff. But we eat. Remember, all this is the same thing. You can take it down. This is what you see in the sugars. Remember, these are the food processing companies. This is what we subject to this. And us as Negroes, we ain't got no choice. Watch this, Deuteronomy. We ain't got no choice right now. We do have a choice. You can stop eating some of this, but at the end of the day, the Bible says the choice we have is to limit ourselves from eating the defiled foods. Because it's going to be defiled, whether it's homegrown, when that rain hit it. You know what I'm saying? The soil you buy from the Home Depot, it's still defiled. But you can limit how much you intake of that stuff.
Right.
Right? So watch this. Read that. Deuteronomy 28 verse. And this is how we see a lot of sicknesses in our community. 28 verse 61.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 61. Come on. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
This is Bible prophecy. This is the curses that's up on us, right? Because we broke our laws, so we subject to these. These curses going to come upon us. And guess what? It says every sickness and every plague that's not even in the book going to come upon you. That's why we can hear about diabetes and all these high blood pressures. All that stuff like in the Bible, high blood pressure, diabetes. What is some other ones? We going to talk about it. E. coli. Like, how do you get these things? Because of our disobedience, now we subject to it, and we eat defiled foods, and all these things increase these things. These things come upon us, and we willingly go do it. All these years we done bring out slime in the McDonald's burgers and all this and that. Some of the places they say is, I think, was it Wendy's or something? They use horse meat or something, or whatever the case may be, and all this stuff. We go to these places, we consume it regularly. We just love it. We love it. We can't get enough of it.
It's convenient.
And it's convenient. That's what we talked about. But it's killing you. It's destroying you. Right? You can limit what you intake, or you can not eat certain things or switch it out. We got to understand these things, all right? You got something?
I got something. So like you just said, the convenience.
Yeah.
So now, that's because we don't. If we would have listened to God from the jump, bro, we would not want the convenient fast food. Let me read Rock chapter 7, verse 15, I think, because this is what our people hate right here. Especially this generation right here. Now I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. Read.
Call them city slickers.
Right.
The book of Sirach, chapter 7, verse 15. Hate not laborious work.
What Most High say?
Hate not laborious work.
That's what some of Jake, the 12 tribes of Israel, we hate laborious work. We do not like to get our hands dirty. Read.
Neither husbandry.
Neither what?
Husbandry.
Read.
Which the Most High hath ordained.
So now, what is husbandry? Because a lot of people, they see that word, that's not a normal Jake word that we use. So can we get the definition of husbandry up there real quick? Because the Bible said that this is something that the Most High ordained. He said, don't hate laborious work. And then he said, neither husbandry. So let's show the people what husbandry is. Read that right there.
Husbandry, the care, cultivation, and breeding of crops and animals.
You see that? Read some synonyms.
Farming, agriculture, agribusiness, cultivation, tillage, animal husbandry.
You see that? Agribusiness. So that means if we planted gardens and we did our own farming, we did our own agriculture, these things that we could just deal amongst ourselves, and we could make sure we selling each other real food.
Right.
Message.
That's how, and over time, like we can't, like the rain and stuff, we can't like get away from that. But we can start feeding out with our own crops. So now that's how you limit the intake on the tainted foods that you have, by having a community, a network of y'all growing your own stuff, having your own animals and crops. to avoid the food processing companies that making billions upon billions of dollars to feed a Negro for their convenience.
Right. That's right.
To feed an average person for convenience. And remember, I mentioned something about the rice, and I was like, it's 3 billion people in China. Listen, all this 7+ billion people on Earth, for some reason, they can't feed the people in Africa. There's so much food they got for the people in America, over here, over there. Why? How? How does that even add up? How does that make sense?
Why?
It's these food process companies. They stretching, just like we just saw with the sugar, they're stretching these foods. They're growing them super quick to benefit them, but to destroy you. All right? You want to say something?
Yeah, you know when we eat this bad food, like I was bringing out, we could be going straight from our garden to our table, healthy food, you know, getting all the benefits. But when they do it, it's touching probably 3-4 different hands, all the processes, and guess what? And the end result is it's sending us to their doctors.
Mm-hmm.
So they make money off us buying the food and us off us buying the medicine from them to combat what the food did.
Right. Because that's why I said, like, early on, that's a good point you made, because it's like the show we just did last week was going into the food, the health and pharmaceutical companies. They making money with these food industries. They say, hey, do this, put this in there. We got something that can counteract this with this medicine or whatever. And the cycle keep going and going, going and going, going and going. We see it. And we got some more videos, y'all. I know we'll get stuck, man. We'll get stuck on
part
this.
2.
It can be a part 2 because this is some good stuff right here. All right, let's get the next video. Let me make sure I'm on point here.
Post up.
Let's get the one with let's go to the timestamp one, the food processing documentary.
Bring it out.
Let me see. Hold on, because this other stuff good. Let's not get that one. I don't want that one. Let me see. Let's go to the plant-based, man. First, pull that thing right there that said "food, eat." That little quote that was right there. Let's pull that, and then we'll go to the plant-based. Let's go and get into the meat. Let's go and get into the topic, man.
Y'all all right?
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. Lord's will. All right, it's gonna hurt you, but let's read this real quick.
The food you eat can be either the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison.
Right. So this is important here because let's read this in Sirach. We'll just say the medicines of the earth. Because there's medicines, the food you eat it's medical. It can be for benefit to you. But then there's foods that could be the slowest form of poison. And then those foods, although a lot of those foods, one is, first, let's go to Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus. Then we're going to go back to Sirach. We're going to show you some foods that's slow form of poison. Or it could be fast, that you're not supposed to touch anyways. Leviticus 11. Let's go.
The book of Leviticus chapter 11 and verse 7.
Come on.
And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
So the swine, which is the pig, the boar, whatever you want to call it, the boar head, that restaurant, that company. Our people love that company. They go to these Edward food giants and places, and they eat it up. Listen, the Bible says the swine is unclean, and don't touch it, don't eat it, and don't even touch it. That's one of those slow poisons. Those are one of the forms of poisons that our people consume and eat. The Bible says don't mess with it. Leave it alone. Keep going.
Verse 9.
Yeah, come on.
These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So the things that's in the waters, whatever kind of water it is that has living things you can eat, the things you can eat in there has fins and scales. But read on.
And all that have not fins and scales.
So the things that's in the water that don't have fins and scales, read.
In the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
They are an abomination unto you. And our people love red lobster.
You telling me I can't eat shrimp?
You can't eat shrimp, brother.
Come
no.
on now, dog.
Crawfish, none of that. Because it has no fins or scales. You can't eat your catfish.
That's
Don't go
right.
to no fish fry thinking you. Don't go to Catfish, whatever that company is. Don't go to these places. Don't. You can't have it. Those are the things it's talking about that's slowly, a slow form of poison that's killing you. Not just the food processing companies that's stretching every food that you touch and eat that's killing you slowly, but the foul foods that the Bible say don't touch at all is killing you slowly. That's why these sicknesses in the Bible that the Bible don't talk, the sicknesses that it's mentioned that they don't talk about, we get. Or the ones it mentions, we get. Like gout, big thick leg. Why he got fat legs? That man love pork. He can't get enough of chitterlings.
Come on now,
He can't get enough of ham hog and hog mog and all that stupid stuff. Pig feet, pig neck, pig ears, pig eyeballs. Negroes will eat anything from the pig.
So you telling me
pig hair?
Well, my mama, my grandma, fry the fat back and then put it in the grill.
Yeah, no fried, no. Leave it alone. Matter of fact, no duck fat. I've been seeing lately people been cooking food with good duck fat. None of that.
Hell no.
Because it's the foul. Those are the kings that kills us slow. Some of it kill us fast as hell. But slowly over time, it builds on us. Your immune system getting weak. And the Most High gonna put you to death. All right. So let's what I have you go, Sirach. So we're gonna read Sirach 38. Let's read that. Verse 4.
The book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 4. The Lord have created medicines out of the earth.
Now, this he said the Lord has created medicines out of the earth. So there's things that you can eat from the earth that's medicines, right? Like if you didn't know, and this is, we got to get into the companies. We might need to do the truth about, it may not be a whole show, but these companies, these raid and stuff like that. Matter of fact, in one of the videos, it's going to show it. It's going to show it. But these companies like Raid, they want you to kill the little things in your yard, the weeds. Yeah. You didn't know some of those weeds that grow in your yard. Like
medicine.
Like dandelions. It's medicine.
Damn!
Some of the stuff that grow in your yard is beneficial to your body. Matter of fact, some of those things, we got seasonal allergies like crazy. You didn't know you can pick that out of your yard, strain it down, juice it out, turn it into some tea, and you can get rid of seasonal allergies.
You in there?
We didn't know that. The Bible says, read, God created what?
The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth. And he that is wise will not abhor them.
And he that is wise will not hate it. Some people hate vegetables. Some people hate the medicines. Man, I ain't touching no. Bro, mint can grow wild in your backyard. You'll never know. Brother, never touch mint. Brother, never touch these onions that grow in your yard that could be beneficial to healing you. Never touch it. But the Bible said this is medicine.
We don't even know what they look like. We don't even know what the plants look like.
Damn.
We too busy keeping up with LeBron James stats. Huh? Instead of looking up information that could help us.
Is Bronny gonna make it?
You know, we don't care about stuff
What you
that really
gonna say?
could
My
help
mama
us.
texted me the other day, and she was like, "You seen the wild onions that we picked?" And she got like 4 or 5 boxes of them. Some people ain't never heard of wild onions.
They grow in your yard.
What?
But they don't know because they get the raid or ride out, whatever they call it, rid out, and they spray their yard, or they pay the little true green come through your yard, and they pest it. They say I'm killing all the little ants and stuff, but they killing all your good stuff.
Come on,
Now, there's some
man.
weeds out there that you can't touch, you can't eat. You got to research and all this, but there's things, a lot of stuff that grows in our backyards or in the woods behind our backyards that can benefit us. Like we didn't know, we like pine cone.
Message.
Or the pine cone. We all these years, we didn't know. It's about pines in here. It's a lot of stuff. It's a uses for a lot of things. Do your research. Learn these things. The medicines of the earth. The medicines of the earth. We don't know these things, though. We take what the food processing companies dish out to us because it's convenient.
And you just cut me so hard because back in the day, I had a pine tree in my yard.
Man.
I had Issachar come cut that junk down.
Man.
I got tired of them damn pine cones.
It's things, bro. Even those little things, little spiky things. Yep. A lot of stuff. We don't know these things. It's berries that grow. We don't mess with those things. They said it's poisonous. Why don't you research to see if that's the one they talking about? We just leave them all alone. But we'll go to McDonald's real quick, or we'll go to Walmart and pick the berries from Walmart when they grew that from GMO.
Come on,
you just grew that tomato from GMO.
You just made me think of something, officer.
What's up?
Last week, Officer Manuel, he showed me a picture of it's an Edomite. He had a McDonald's burger.
Oh yeah,
that he had for 20 years.
Yeah, he put it out of the wrapper. It's still intact. The cheese, I think, was still good or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But one of the first things that we showed when it said about the food convenience, it also said food preservation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now this is a thing. Back in the day, we used to preserve food. Salt was a major product to preserve food. It's ways to preserve it, right? But what they doing now? Let's get in this video. What they doing now? Guess what? It ain't the right way. They doing a lot of stuff, and let me show you. Y'all love that. Y'all look. I'm a fan. I was a fan of it, but now it's kind of like deterred me. I might have to just. I went away from chicken for a minute. I might have to go back to eat some chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go on. I got chicken at the house, y'all. I might have to go on and raise some chicken, a bunch of chicken, slaughter them myself.
Right.
Because what I see right here, this is, we're going to see. This is a scam. No, not that one. This the plant-based meat. This is not food. Yeah, we can probably drop that one. Because we got these other videos I want to show. All right, so we're going to show you. Is that the
Y'all
one?
better take heed to this.
Started from the beginning. Oh, it's at the beginning. Y'all, like I said, if you driving in your car, you hearing this, you know that little safety part on your belt where you pull it, tighten it where you can't move? Strap on, man. Y'all better strap on. If you at home, sit back. Matter of fact, if you got Twinkie in your hand, you might be eating on one of these right now. You might say, I'm about to go to Burger King. I don't feel like eating unhealthy. Let me give me a Impossible Whopper.
Come on, man.
Okay, just sit back for a second, look at this, and then examine if you want to do it or how much you want to intake on these things, right? Because all the stuff defiled. It's just how much you consume that can destroy you and what you put in your body that will kill you, right? So watch this. Let's play it. Hey, matter of fact, call in, too. Y'all tripping, man. Call in. We ain't doing the show for no reason. I know somebody got some testimonies out there.
Right.
So call in, all right? Let's go ahead and play it. Plant-based meat is literally a scam.
Pretty good.
It's very tender, juicy.
I've never had plant taste like beef before.
It's like a beef burger. The flavor on this is outstanding.
Introducing the Impossible Whopper with a patty made from plants, no beef.
No beef. Made from plants.
Plant-based meat storms our grocery store shelves. Now, restaurants are featuring everything from Impossible Burgers to Beyond Sausage breakfast sandwiches on their
Stop,
menus.
man. I never even thought of this. Damn, I never even thought of this.
Bring it out.
Why is it called Impossible Meat?
Telling you. They telling you.
What
bro.
are they telling? What are we not reading? Why are we not reading it? Why are we not looking into this before we consume it? We just know. You know what they do? And Bishop, all praise to our leadership. Bishop brung it out on the show class yesterday. It's like they say certain things like what they say. It's a hate group or a hate speech. Hate this. Or whatever they say. They say these words and magnify these words, but they underline this. So we'll see impossible, plant-based. Oh, the plant-based, then plant-based is like, okay, it's plant, it's good, it's plant-based. I feel better. Not knowing it said impossible. This is magic.
We missed the context clues.
This is voodoo, right? The big word that we see is impossible. This is impossible what we're doing, but it's plant-based. We're doing it. This is when we fall for it. Y'all, we dummies.
Simple.
I'm a dummy. We fell for it, y'all. But watch
Bug
it.
the
You want
hell
to say
been
something?
Duped, dogs.
Yeah, when you said like why we not paying attention to that, and you said in the same sentence you said why? Because we consumers. When you just a consumer, you only focused on buying and
Right.
getting. You're not focused on the pros and cons of this purchase or so on and so
Exactly.
forth. You just want.
Meanwhile, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all them, they ain't eating no Beyond Meat. They saying that's Beyond Meat. I ain't eating that. That's what they saying. So watch this, y'all. Go ahead. Man, y'all call in, man. Go ahead. Play it, please.
Is plant-based meat really healthier for you?
Impossible Burger and companies like that, they use a lot of novel proteins. In other words, things in their meat that we really can't even fully understand.
Biochemistry, it's molecular biology, it's genomics, genetics.
Why are these companies going out of their way to make a non-meat product look, taste, and smell exactly like meat?
We could save our planet.
Plant-based meat is literally a scam.
Stop.
They say it's about
Stop. So he said we can save our planet. And remember when we said early on, it was like it helps the article we read.
Food.
It helps preserve food and it helps the planet or something. It's what did it say?
And it
reduces food waste.
Stop the cap.
Now food waste meaning like waste of food or the stuff it puts off on you, destroying the earth. What they talking about. But he said cap. Plant-based don't do that either. Watch this.
having empathy for animals.
You know what the animals would say to you if they could speak? Don't kill me!
Damn, his tooth fell out.
Yeah, be quiet, bro.
Where'd my tooth go? They say it's for the environment.
Climate change is exploiting the world's land at an unprecedented rate.
Eating more plant-based foods and sustainably produced meats can change land use and mitigate climate change.
They say it's healthy.
I'm more active. I'm not as sluggish.
It takes less water, less energy.
When in reality, it's all about money. Plant-based meat companies have hijacked our compassion to sell us imitation meat that is made out of a bunch of cheap industrial chemicals and ingredients. Soy protein made from soybeans bathed in a solvent called hexane, a known human neurotoxin. Red number 3, food dye that's a carcinogen that's banned in cosmetics. Caramel coloring, a dye that causes cancer in rats. Tertiary butyl hydroquinone, sodium tripolyphosphate. Yum! These are just some of the ingredients found in plant-based meat. Ingredients that are absolutely terrible for you and are way cheaper than growing grass-fed cows, which we've been eating for hundreds of thousands of years.
So what is happening is that they're turning the original notions we had about food upside down. What was cherished the most in the past by the previous generations were the nutrient-dense foods. And that, of course, included meat. And suddenly those products have become the ones that we should avoid, which is extremely surprising.
These are confusing times, which is just about the right time to have the Burger King Impossible Whopper.
Hey, stop. Go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. This is what because somebody put on this chat here. It says let me see. It says they say nothing's impossible through Christ, not Esau. That's perfect what they said, because Esau say they Christ, they God. So we're gonna show you right here. This is how we gotta reveal who the devil is.
Esau.
At the end of the day, we gotta tell the truth, because what we just showed you is they said, I need y'all to go back a little bit real quick. Maybe like 15 seconds. Maybe. Right there. Let's see what it said.
Generations were the nutrient-dense foods. And that, of course, included meat. And suddenly those products have become the ones that we should avoid, which is extremely surprising.
These are confusing.
Go back a little more. It may have been like, yeah, just start right there and then we'll go. Let's go.
Absolutely terrible for you and are way cheaper than growing grass-fed cows, which we've been eating for hundreds of thousands of years.
So what is happening is that they're
Damn, I think we missed the point. I think it was right before that. I don't want to keep going back. But basically they hit on the point, like, they say it's good for you, but it's not. Well, the chemicals they're adding in it, it's not good for you. And the chemicals they're adding makes up this impossible meat.
I'm tired of this, man!
So what they're saying is, it's really not impossible because we're doing it. We're God. We can make this. We can make it taste. That's witchcraft.
Esau
to turn a soybean into a burger.
Damn.
Into something that feels like meat, tastes like meat, by adding chemicals, science, the opposites of science, all this evil stuff, this wicked things that doesn't benefit us. It's obviously slowly killing us, like the quote we showed, these things are destroying us. And we're going to read this right here. Watch this.
The book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
So the man of sin, the son of perdition has to be revealed. And we doing that. Every show we've been showing you who the man of sin, the son of perdition. That's Esau, friendly neighborhood white man. This dude you see on the screen right now, his people, they are the devil the Bible speaks of. And the Bible said, don't let them deceive you by impossible this, impossible that, meatless this, meatless that, protein-based or plant-based this, plant-based that. Yeah, they tricking you. Don't let them deceive you. Read on.
Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called that is called God.
He opposeth and exalted himself. He opposed everything that God said. God said, don't do this. He said, no, you can do this. God said, don't eat this. He said, you can eat this. This ain't, God said, don't use this. He said, you can use this. You can do this.
Damn.
This is what we seeing. They say they opposition of God. They exalt themselves of God. Read on.
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God.
You say what?
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
He said, I am God. I can make anything that you think is impossible possible. And all things through Esau.
Esau got to go.
The white man, the devil. I can do anything. That's what he's saying. He's God. That's why we can see an impossible whopper. And what y'all gonna see is they making it bleed. And it ain't blood in it.
Damn.
How? I ate one of those one time. I ate a damn beet flavored meatless. It was thick as hell and it was expensive.
Come on, man.
It wasn't that good though. It was all right. I was like, okay.
The Burger King one ain't bad though.
The Burger King ain't bad.
Right,
They got us. It got the little lines and
me.
everything. I can taste the salt, but it's not good for you. It's really not good for you. It's not even real.
This is America.
Y'all say anything is I say it's impossible. Well, you say it's impossible. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it happen because y'all want it. It's convenient. You want to eat healthier. Okay, nigga, you can't get away from me. You can't get away from these curses.
Right.
I'm your God.
Right.
That's what they saying. Watch this. And we know we can't get away with curses until we repent and come back to God. But they saying that they ruling everything. So let's play this. I'm gonna try to shut up, y'all, because there's a lot in this and it's good. We got some hot stuff for you. It ain't just the plant-based food, y'all. It's that beef and even that chicken you like so much. Let's go.
We had about food upside down. What was cherished the most in the past by the previous generations were the nutrient-dense foods. And that, of course, included meat. And suddenly those products have become the ones that we should avoid, which is extremely surprising.
These are confusing times, which is just about the right time to have the Burger King Impossible Whopper. A Whopper made without beef that tastes just like a Whopper.
And yet, society
Bro,
keeps
they
pushing
telling you it's
There's a
confusing
simple,
time.
a significant way
But
to help.
go eat confusing food. That's what they telling you. Go eat something that ain't really real. It ain't all the way real. All right, go ahead.
Help protect the planet and all its inhabitants. And it starts with just 1 day a week. 1 day without eating animal products.
Governments keep pushing it, and we all fell for it. This is the great plant-based meat lie.
Well, those Impossible Burgers, we showed a study the other day that was showing that it's toxic for rats. They fed rats the Impossible Burger, and the rats are getting sick.
Stop! They use rats and mice for all experiments. Rats is like one of the worst things on the planet as far as animals or whatever rodents or whatever you want to call them. And they said the Impossible Whopper. Killing rats.
This is affliction, brothers.
And they'll eat you.
Wood.
But they don't want that. They don't want that impossible stuff. Y'all ain't hearing this? Y'all ain't seeing it?
Y'all better take
you
heed
don't
to
know
that.
what's going on? But look, I'm telling you, somebody was about to go get some right now. Or you got it in your freezer. I think I got some in the house.
Better get
I
rid
told
of
my
it.
wife when I saw it, I was like, I ain't eat. I don't want that no more.
Damn!
I'm about to go, baby. We about to go on. Look, I dread it, but we might have to go on eat. And I ain't talking about just buying chicken at the place. I'm talking about maybe because we got chicken at the house. We may have to buy some more chicken, raise our chickens, and start eating chicken. Fresh chicken.
Message.
Because what they doing with this is worse than the chickens and all the other stuff, right? We gotta see. Well, it's equal. It's about the same.
Yeah, you got to
We
damn
gonna
near
see.
start drinking water
But
5 days
what I
a
want to
week.
show y'all is all of it's defiled, but you gotta limit your intake. This stuff ain't good. You might have to stop it. And if you don't stop it, maybe it's like people who have cigarette addictions or something. They just can't stop it once. I gotta ease off of it. Ease off of it. You better ease off of it.
Man, there's so many chemicals in this food. Some of this stuff, man, if you just stop eating it altogether, you might go through withdrawal.
Man.
For real.
Hey, skip up. Play this and then I want you to go up to like six minutes. Play this a little bit.
These vegan meats we're all been scoffing down because they're plant-based from the plant range are actually highly synthetic processed foods.
Hey, we got a caller. All right, we take the caller real quick. And then after that, we're going to jump to 6 minutes. We got a caller. All praises. Somebody that called in. All praise to the Most High. All praises. Shalom, caller. Can you hear me? Y'all let me know when it's ready. Yeah, so what we seeing right here, man, this just the plant-based stuff. But these are food processing companies that have, and all of them scammed us. They're stretching these foods to benefit their pockets, and they don't give a damn who they destroy, whether it's they people and definitely us. They don't care.
They told you they ain't wasting nothing.
Exactly. We ain't wasting nothing.
They gonna stretch everything.
Y'all ready? All right, shalom, caller. What's your name and where you from? What's your comment? Shalom, caller. Can you hear me?
Shalom, leadership, Most High in Christ bless.
Hey, shalom, Most High Christ bless. What's your name and where you from?
My name is Sister Donna, and I'm calling from the Maryland camp.
Maryland? Okay.
And I just wanted to voice my opinion on the topic at hand.
Okay.
A few years before I got into the truth, I was looking through about gelatin and how it's made, and they usually make it from the ligament of the pig,
right,
and the skin and the tendon of the pig, which we know it as of cartilage from the pig, and a lot of the thickeners that we see that they use for these gummy bears and so forth comes from pig. So we just have to be mindful of what it is that we're using in our food and our candy. A lot of it is made from pig skin or the tendons or ligaments of the pig. But they don't usually tell you that. I just happened to saw that video years ago that they used that. Also, with the Impossible Burger, like they're showing you right now how the ingredients that they use is not for consumption at all. So it's best if you just make your own burgers. I usually make my own, like bean burgers and so forth.
Hey, I'm glad you called in.
Out of my own ingredients, because I'm not a meat eater, but I usually make my own stuff instead of buying what they have in the grocery store.
Hey, all praises, sis. Hey, I'm glad you called in. You said two things there, and there may be another topic in general about the gelatins and stuff they use, and they added in a lot of stuff a lot of stuff that we some of us eat and some of us don't eat. Some of us know about it, some of us don't. And then you said something about making it yourself. And we don't realize this. We don't understand that this is because we read it early on. It's convenient.
Right.
It's just easier to go buy 4 or 5 burgers. That's all I need. From we call them meatless burgers. We go buy this from the store. Then for me to smash the beans, cook the beans, smash the beans, ball them up together, throw some onions in there, or get a mushroom, put the mushrooms together. It's easier just to go buy it, and we just love.
Yeah,
convenience.
it's much better when you make it yourself because you know what the ingredients are.
Right.
And also the flaxseed could be used as a combined agent.
Right.
Like instead of using egg, if you're not an egg person, you could use the flaxseed. You just let it sit in water for a minute and it gets thickened. And you could use that to hold whatever. Because I bake cake without eggs. Because I have a son that don't use no kind of eggs and stuff like that. So when I bake my cake, it comes out pretty good. Just use flaxseed or chia seed because it's a combining agent. If you see what the chia seed does, when you put it in water, it gets really thick and it's kind of like gooey, sort of. And when you base that within your egg, it tends to hold it. And you could do that. Even when you're making like burgers, you just use that as a combined agency, a combined holding agent to hold your burgers, and then you just pat it off and freeze it until you're ready to use it.
Hey.
So in that way, it's pretty good as well.
Hey, all praises. So that's some good insight right there. That's a lot of stuff that we need. And we appreciate you calling in, sis. Appreciate your input.
Okay, all praises. Thank you. It's great topic today.
Hey, all praises to the Most High. All right, shalom. She said some important stuff, bro. And that's stuff that we got to really, and that's what, that's a scripture you want to pull. Well, these are the things we got to know. Like the ingredients she said, the chia, the flax, I got it at the house. But that convenient food, it's so easy. And this is where we wrong. This is where and this is what Esau know. They do it. That's why they played that Burger King commercial. Yeah, the world is so confusing right now. Why don't you just grab a Whopper and a Whopper? So they bait us in. They feed these things. They push it in all the little commercials everywhere. We see a person riding by, and we smell it. He got the Impossible Whopper. We pass by 3-4 Burger Kings through our neighborhood, in the black neighborhood or in any neighborhoods. We just pass by them, these other places, and it's so easy. It's so easy to just go by there. We go to Walmart, and we see Impossible Meat advertised to the highest. We just see the green and the bold colors, and we say, okay, that's what I want. Meanwhile, we can just we got all the ingredients at home. We can make it. And it's safer, and it tastes better, and it's better for you, and there's no chemicals added because you didn't put it in there. You didn't put bleach in there. You ain't put you ain't put lime, what do you call it, crystallized lime, whatever they call it. You ain't put that in your food. You ain't putting paint in your food. Damn. And this is what we got to see. You got something?
Let me get Luke 21:19.
Go ahead.
Because like the sister was saying, and like we were saying up here, we do everything, you know what I'm saying? We consume everything or whatever because we're impatient.
Right.
Everything is convenient for us to do.
Yeah, I got it. The book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 19. And your patience possess ye your souls.
So the Most High is telling us, in our patience, we possess our souls.
Mm-hmm.
So we get off work 8 hours, 10 hours shit, especially for a lot of, you know what I'm saying, us single brothers. We be like, man, I done worked all these hours. I'm tired. I'm going to just stop by the store on the way to get something to eat. Right. Or I'm going to just stop by, you know what I'm saying, give me a burger or some chicken nuggets, something like that.
You know the excuse single brothers have? I ain't got nobody at the house to do it for me. And that's dumb.
Right, but instead of us having that foresight to meal prep for the week,
exactly,
that'll help us, you know what I'm saying, get that patience to, well, okay, well, you know, I'm hungry, but I'm going to just wait till I get to the house and fix something to eat because I already got it made. I can just, you know, put it in the oven and warm it up.
Message! Man, that's some good point right there.
Just like you said, because we shouldn't really be eating that many times a day anyway.
Exactly.
Message!
But we want it. And then it's advertised, though. We drive by, we smell it everywhere you go. We got Sims Barbecue, you got this, you got that. It's just all in our face. It's in our, we can see it. We can touch it. We can damn near touch it. So we want it because it's convenient. All right, let's play this. Jump to 6 minutes. I think it's 6 minutes. I want.
Bring it out.
Natural plant ingredients.
Yeah. And honestly, the Impossible Burger doesn't taste half bad.
The consistency of the Impossible Burger is so meat-like.
It's shocking. It's literally shocking.
It grills like a burger. It bleeds like a burger.
It bleeds
but
like
how
a
does
burger.
It do that? Well, the chemical in real beef that makes it taste super delicious is called
Hey, turn it up a little bit. They gotta hear it.
Heme is a chemical found in cow's blood. So if you want your plant-based meat to taste like the real thing, you're gonna need to find a plant-based heme alternative. So you slapped on a lab coat and started experimenting. You wanted to find a way to extract the chemical.
You gotta go to the lab to make Impossible meat. You want it to taste like it? You want it to feel like it? I can't do it no other place. In the laboratory, like Dexter's laboratory or something. Let's go to the lab. And you gotta go to the lab and they gotta make it.
Shame on you.
They gotta make it. You want it to bleed? Take it to the lab. Like, come on, this is scary.
The Matrix,
but
bro.
the white man said, I'm God, so anything's impossible. I can do it.
You can't make this stuff up.
And God is not mocked. Remember that. God is not mocked. You're going to get yours. But let's play. You about to say something? All right, let's play. Let's play it.
Heme from soybeans. And at first, you experimented on natural, non-GMO soybeans. But the taste just wasn't cutting it. Plus, in order to make a tiny bit of heme, you needed a whole truckload of these natural soybeans, which would be super expensive.
A truckload of natural soybeans. That's what you'll need to make just a little tiny bit of that heme. Like that gives it that meaty thing that you need, that feel, that desire.
Like the blood.
Right. Watch this. Play on.
And ruined the whole point of this scheme. So you switched gears and started to experiment with genetically modified soy. And guess what?
GMOs.
It actually worked. You literally created blood from soybeans.
How?
Burger is a plant-based
How,
burger.
Sway?
The key ingredient, which a protein called soy leg hemoglobin.
Stop. Now you eating something that you don't even know how to pronounce. Leg hemoglobin. Come on, meat is meat, bruh. Soy is soy. I know how to pronounce that. Now you got leg hemoglobin. Like, come on, we adding stuff that now we got to go to the scientist or the dictionary to see what we eating.
Come on,
Why you got to go to the dictionary or encyclopedia to read about what the substance is in this food? Because the food processing companies are here for we want your money. We don't care about your life. We don't care about your soul. The truth is they don't care about you. They benefiting off of you. That's all it is. You here to make them money. And they love it because they putting stuff in it that'll get you addicted to it. And you can't stop going to it. You can't stop until you see videos like this or shows like this. All right? So play on.
But the thing about genetically modified soy is that it's sprayed with a ton of herbicides, specifically Monsanto's Roundup.
Stop!
And this
That's that Roundup I was talking about. They spraying this on your soybean, your GMO soybeans. They spraying this on this, the same stuff that you use to get that red blood like fake meat. So you know how dumb that is? I can't think of the right word, but it's so dumb to say, I want meat that look like meat, but ain't meat. I want it to bleed and everything. And you go get the damn meat, dude. Just buy the real meat, bro. Stop playing with yourself. Stop being stupid. You're better off getting the regular meat, that's not pork and all that stuff. You're better off just getting the regular, what do you call it, chicken or turkey or beef.
Message.
Then going to get this. Because now they adding, what they say, herbicides and then Roundup. Let's play it.
Roundup contains a toxin called glyphosate. which has been linked to vital organ damage in animals, as well as cancer and non-Hodgkin's lymphoma in humans. And as it turns out, glyphosate gets absorbed right into the flesh of the soybeans that it's sprayed on.
Damn.
So it's not surprising that a ton of glyphosate has been found in Impossible Burgers, along with hexane, a known neurotoxin.
Stop.
The hell is a neurotoxin?
Go back just a tad bit, because you got to see what the chemical. Look, I had to learn some of these things. I don't know them all. I can't remember when I used to work for the paint industry, man. Now, you ain't got to go back that far. Yeah, just play it, and then I'll tell you when to stop.
It's absorbed right into the flesh of the soybeans that it's sprayed on. So it's not surprising that a ton of glyphosate has been found in Impossible Burgers, along with hexane.
Stop. First of all, if we didn't see danger right there, right? You got a dude with a bomb, look like he got blown up in the chest. You got some, I don't know what the other one, you got an exclamation mark, like obviously this is something wrong with it. And you got flames. And it's the same stuff that's going in your body.
Do you know what neurotoxins do? That's poison.
It's poison.
That can destroy your nervous system.
And it's doing it slowly.
Damn. That's what
the way they making it. It'll do it fast if you just take it on. But they make
killing
it
you
work.
all
It just
slowly.
kill you slowly.
Yep.
But you're gonna be addicted to it. But then what's gonna happen is you're gonna start feeding your kids. Then your kids gonna grow up. They gonna feed their kids the same thing. So when you die off after I done drained you all of your substance and money and everything, I gotta keep. It's going and going and going because you got them addicted to it.
Bro, this is unbelievable.
This is an impossible food. Let's go. We got to get off of this too, man, because they gonna probably
A known neurotoxin. But did this little glyphosate mishap stop you from releasing your burger to the public? No! You submitted a 1,066-page report on your soy leg hemoglobin creation to the FDA. And the FDA simply responded with no further questions.
What should scare the out of you about the Impossible Burger is all of the regulations that surround meat. None of them surround that.
The other thing with Impossible
Burger,
Burger,
we get off of this. They said the FDA was like, no, you good.
We get paid.
You good. We good. You good. You all right? We all right. I just know not to eat that. That's all they saying right there. And then look, I'm gonna tell you now, a lot of even the government don't listen to some of the people that's running those. They don't care. They don't care. It's all a scam.
It's all one big system. They all grease each other pockets.
Right. But we willingly eating this stuff right here. We go to it. We consume it. We like, this is good. I've tasted it. I hate to say it now, but I like it.
Man, look, man.
But it's not good.
This is
It
affliction,
not good.
brothers.
It's bad. They putting stuff in there that's killing us. And you ain't dying instantly, but eventually you will die from it. If you consume it too much, you will die. And some fool might be on here saying, well, we all gonna die anyway. Okay.
That's a simple brother right there.
I want to die and my family see my face, whether me getting the cast in my face melted or something. Or some damn chemicals I done ate for 20 years straight. But we see this, y'all. Hey, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. All right, y'all. We getting ready to close out. We're gonna round it up, but I gotta show y'all these other videos. So get the first one.
Bring it out.
The beef mass production. The beef mass production. And then we're gonna get the chicken. And I hope y'all gonna be all right for this, man. Let's go. This is off of the meat that the dude put his hand in his stomach in, the same type of stuff. And the boy ate the burger and died. E. coli. E. coli is dangerous, y'all. And it's through foods. I think you hit the video. I don't want to play it. It's you want to say something?
Yeah, if they doing that to their own people, just imagine, the type of what they call it? The type of cases our people have that's not being reported.
That's not reported at all. So it says the consequences of food production, E. coli and salmonella. That's what happened through the food production companies. These industries, they're making billions of dollars. They don't care what happens to the people that's farming it, that's doing it, and to the people that's consuming it.
Damn.
They just want the money.
They'll take some casualties.
They'll take some
They're
casualties.
making billions of dollars. Even if they have to pay out a family every now and then, a couple million here and there, they blow their nose with that kind of money.
And
Shame
I tell
on you.
We just showed the casualty of they same people, but it's on us. Remember the scriptures. Let's go to the scriptures. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28 said we gonna be cursed, right? And it said we gotta eat these foods. So it's a matter of how much you consume, right? Verse 48.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
We serve our enemies for food. We got to go to them for food. We work 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week to buy some food that's tainted.
Damn.
To buy some defiled bread.
Damn.
And we know that it's bad. The scriptures tell us it's bad, but we know it's bad, but we still eat it. That's a destroyed people. I don't know about you. That's a destroyed people. We still eat it. We still got to eat it. Come on.
And in thirst.
Just like the water we get, that water be having stuff in it, y'all. We can go on a whole show about water alone. Come on.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness for the food. Come on.
And
for the clothes. Come on.
And in want of all things.
Everything we want, we got to go to them. This is because we broke God's commandments. Daniel's 9 and 11. 9 and 11.
That's a fire precept
broke God's
right there.
commandments. So these things cleave unto us. Watch what Daniel said. He said the same thing. Read that.
The book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law.
We transgressed God's laws,
even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
We didn't obey his voice. We departed. Come on.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God, because we have sinned against him.
That's why the curses are upon us, because we sinned against God. So obviously, if we just keep the commandments, we ain't got to deal with this.
That's
right. It's signs in place. Rumors. Watch this, Matthew. You got something?
Yeah, I got something.
All right,
to finish out what you're saying, it is a plus side to this thing. Give me Baruch chapter 3, start at verse 25.
Bring it out.
Just start about right there. Because we in this condition because we broke God's laws. I mean, Baruch 4. Baruch 4. Start about verse 25. Because we got to endure this thing. Read.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God. For thine enemy hath persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shalt tread upon his neck.
Jump down to verse 27, read.
Verse 27, be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto God.
And do what?
Cry unto God.
Read.
For ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you.
Because all these things was brought upon us because just like Officer Baruch read in Daniel 9, all Israel has transgressed God's laws. We broke the commandments. But watch this though, read.
For as it was your mind to go astray from God, so being returned, seek him 10 times more.
So knowing all these things, we got to return unto God and seek him 10 times more.
That's
read.
Right.
For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy again with your salvation.
So I mean, that's what we got to do. We got to seek the Lord 10 times more. We got to keep the commandments. We got to start planting gardens. We got to form our own stuff. We got to do what the Bible say.
Exactly. So let's go to 2nd Ezra 16.
Bring it out.
2nd Ezra 16. So we going to see y'all in these last days. Play that last video I want. It's the one with this video. Let me see.
Bring it out.
The food processing plants burn. That one. So we see y'all, and it's many more cases. We brought this out before too on the show. I think a couple years back, like right when it was some stuff was happening. It might have been early last year or something. We brought this out before, but it's still happening, y'all. I think I see something every week about something that's going down. We in it now. So let's read this, and we're gonna show y'all. Watch this.
Verse 18.
Start at 18. Yep.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. the beginning of evils.
Uh-huh.
What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right. So this is the beginning of these things, famines, and all of these things are hitting the earth, are going to hit the earth. Come on.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
For amendment. For us, our sin, it's a sin as scourges. We got to understand that we did the wrong. The people on the earth did the wrong. Guess what? This is the amendment. The scourges for the amendment right here. And guess what? It says famines and plagues. It's going to happen, y'all. We're going to see it. It's going to come. And some of us ain't paying attention. The scriptures say watch and pray.
Right.
Some of us are not paying attention to the signs that the Bible talk about, that we see around all the time. It's happening. And we're going to show this clip, and it's going to prove what we're reading right here. Finish it out.
But for all these things, they shall not turn away from their wickedness.
They still won't turn away from their wickedness in these days, in these last days. All this stuff going to be happening, and they still won't turn away. Read.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges.
For the scourges, for the rebuke, the correction for your sin. Come on.
Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
Read.
That they shall think themselves to be in good case.
Uh-huh.
And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
And great confusion. Didn't that dude say in that video, if you confused, just get an Impossible Whopper. Didn't he say something like that? Mm-hmm. These confusions on the earth today. But and it's happening. It's going to happen. It's continuing to grow and increase because the Bible is real. We're going to see that. Read.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine.
And many going to perish for the famine to come. We telling our people now, you better prep. You better grow the gardens. You better get your own animals on your own land. You better start. They cheap right now. You could get them. You could get it right now before they get extinct, before the famine comes and you can't get them anymore. And it's happening, y'all. Watch this.
And the other that escape the hunger.
And the ones that escape the hunger, what?
Shall the sword destroy.
And some of them are going to die by a sword. So either way, somebody's going to be bound to death because you wasn't going to take heed to what was said. You weren't going to follow the commandments. So watch this. Go to Matthew 24. I got another scripture. This will be my last one.
I got one more.
Matthew 24. Watch this.
After that.
Verse 12 again.
Start at verse 4.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse...
No, I'm sorry. Just get to the point. Go to verse 8.
Verse 8.
Verse 7. I'm sorry.
Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation.
So in the last days, nations going to rise against nations. Come on.
And kingdom against kingdom.
And kingdoms against kingdom. Read.
And there shall be famine.
And there's going to be famines.
And pestilences.
And pestilences.
And earthquakes.
And earthquakes.
In diverse places.
Read.
All these are the beginning of sorrow.
This is just the beginning, y'all. So we trying to show y'all the truth about these food processing industry, this industry here. These companies, they ain't for you, they against you. They trying to make money. And guess what? Just like me and my family watched the movie 2020, year 2020. I don't know if y'all 2012, excuse me. I don't know if y'all seen that. It was about the world getting ready to end in 2012. And they had to get on these big ships, get on this because the world was getting destroyed. I'm talking earthquakes everywhere. The waters was flooding stuff. It was crazy. And people didn't realize it at first. They didn't know. They was like, oh, just earthquakes. But the other people that had the money that they needed the money from to be able to make these ships, to pay the people to build these ships years before, they was like, oh, you can buy your way on this ship. You just donate or you buy in with billions of dollars. So these industries is making these billions of dollars. They trying to save themselves. They gonna be all right. They gonna think they gonna run in caves and be good when it all go down. They think they're gonna be good. And us, we just gonna be left alone to it. The Bible is telling you this is gonna happen. So this is the beginning of sorrows. When you see this stuff happen, you better pay attention. You better watch. You better pray. You better prep. You better prepare yourself. All right? What you got?
Man, what did I have?
We can show this video and you can get it out. All right, let's show this video then. Let's finish with this. Pay attention, Israel. It says food processing plants burnt to the ground. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody talking about it. We mentioned this before. But all of a sudden, we eating all these foods. It's so convenient to us. This is the point I want. It's so convenient. We got it. We dependent on these companies that's destroying us. Slowly but surely, they destroying us and killing us. We so dependent on them. But what's happening now? We dependent on these companies that the Bible says is going to be famous. And what's going to happen? They're being destroyed. It's probably angels doing some of it, just wildfire. It's the work of the angels, I should say, at the end of the day. The Most High allowing it to happen, where it's fires going, stuff just blowing up, planes crashing into stuff. We done seen all many cases, and it's not just USA. It's around the globe. Watch this. Let's play it.
Hypothetically speaking, what would be a great way to spread chaos and destabilize a nation? I don't know about you, but the first thing that came to mind for me was disrupt the supply chain, because I remember when people couldn't get toilet paper. That was not a pretty picture of humanity. Now you can call it accident or call it sabotage, but food processing plants have been burning down these days with a disturbing frequency. And I'm talking massive facilities, completely flattened, local communities evacuated, and in some cases, people end up dead or injured. And this is not just isolated to the United States, it's a global phenomenon from Mexico to Ireland. And then beyond that, water treatment plants are under attack and electrical grid substations. Now when we step back and we look at the big picture, I think the point is pretty clear. The sooner you can disconnect from the grid, the better. It doesn't have to be overnight, but make moves now to become independent and thank yourself later.
You see what he's
Hypothetically
saying?
speaking, what would
Esau even know? Man, you better start growing your own stuff. You better be self-sufficient. You better start thinking. You better be prepping. All this stuff is just blowing up and bombing, and then the water plants, they tainted all the water. It went from Flint, Michigan for years and years. It skipped states. We say it skipped states. It skipped states all the way to Mississippi. Now Mississippi water jacked up. Who knows what else water is jacked up? We know the water bottles that they be producing is jacked up. We better watch. These are famines is coming, and we love everything they provide for us. We can't have enough of it. We can't get enough. It's easy. It's convenient. It's the quick way. But what happens when that quick way is no longer available? You never prepped.
You're done
never
now.
grew the gardens. You failed yourself. Go ahead, officer.
Let me get that Proverbs 1:22. Because after getting this knowledge right here, I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge.
So now, the Bible says, how long we going to continue to be simple? You know what I'm saying? Like, we love simplicity. You know, I'm sure everybody up here been cut wide open. I know I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding out the nose and the mouth.
You better not be that heme from that soybean bleeding.
Look, man, look. We got to take heed to this good knowledge that be coming out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We got to change up our eating habits. We got to keep God's laws. You know what I'm saying? Because, look, it is a plus side to this. If, like he said in Baruch, if we keep the commandments of God, let me get one more scripture. Let me get Amos chapter 9.
Bring it out.
Verse 13. Because on the plus side, if we endure this hardness and everything like that, watch this read.
The book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 13. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed, and the mount shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt.
Read.
And I will bring again the captivity of my people of Israel.
So here we go again. God said he's going to bring the captivity again, those that went over here in cargo slave ship, those that were scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. Read.
And they shall build the waste cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards.
And they shall do what?
Plant vineyards.
Read.
And drink the wine thereof. They shall also make gardens.
They what?
Shall also make gardens.
And do what else?
And eat the fruit of them.
Read.
And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled up out of their land, which I have given them, saith the Lord thy God.
Hey, this is what we hope for. This is what we waiting for. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get back in our land. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get our stuff back. We're going to plant gardens. We're going to eat real food. We're going to drink real wine. You know what I'm saying? And all the nations going to have to submit to us. But the only way we can get to that if we keep God's laws.
Right. All praise. You got something? You had
I
something.
was just gonna make a point when he pulled Proverbs 1:22. He said we love simplicity. We love being simple. Another word for that is convenient.
Right. Exactly.
And that's been the word that's been coming up throughout the whole show today. Convenience. Convenience.
Damn. Hey, that's heavy. One more scripture and we're going to close out. Deuteronomy 28, because I like what you was going to the point of the reverse. 28 and start at verse 1.
Bring it out.
So Deuteronomy 28 goes into the blessings and the curses. We're under the curses because we were disobedient to God's laws. So let's reverse that. Let's take heed to what's written in the Bible. And how? By doing this. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God,
read,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
We'll be above all nations of the earth. We'll
right.
receive blessings, right? Jump down to verse 4.
Verse 4. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body and the fruit of thy ground.
Verse 3. Verse 3.
Verse 3. Blessed shall thou be in the city.
We'll be blessed in our cities. Come on.
And blessed shall thou be in the field.
In the field, we'll be blessed.
That's right.
That's that field that we was in, the tobacco, not the tobacco, what we look up, the sugar cane fields. We'll be blessed in those fields, the banana fields, all of that. The plantation will be blessed. Come on.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body. We won't be having these ailments and stuff. Come on.
And the fruit of thy ground.
And the fruit of our ground that we walk on. It would be nourished properly. Come on.
And the fruit of thy cattle.
We ain't got to stick our hole in the side of the damn cow. We ain't putting our hand inside of the cow because there's something wrong with the cow from the food that they had and had the cow standing in E. coli. Right? Come on.
The increase of thy kind.
And the increase of our kind, right? Come on.
And the flocks of thy sheep.
And the flocks of our sheep. Jump down to verse 7.
Verse 7. The Lord shall cause thine enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face.
And if we would follow God, keep the laws, our enemies will be smitten against us. Those that come against us will be smitten. Those that have those food manufacturing or processing companies that's for our demise will be put to death.
That's a fire
That's
precept
if we
right
keep
there.
the commandments. Read on.
They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways.
And then all of it will be reversed. So we just got to keep the commandments. Y'all must understand this. Take heed to this stuff. Watch and pray. The signs are evident. All praise to the Most High. Hey, y'all, we going to close out. Y'all heard it here. Y'all heard it here first.
Right.
On Let's Talk Truth.
The purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, like we better be cautious. No grace come with a limit, can't stop us coming with it. Persistent, resilient, the purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, we revolutionary, very. And those that hate us, worry, they scary, they wanna bury us. I know that they scared of us.
We came from humble beginnings, a moral environments, a jungle was sinning that's gonna scorch when the fire sent. From low lives in the streets, known to murder and rob. 2 warrior priests in the army of God. They tried to count us out and subtract us from the earth. Living in this life of sin, it only added to the curse. They divided up our families when they told us lies. But Israel don't die, it multiplies. We ain't trying to be equal, that don't solve them. Man, we hit the block and cry loud and change the volume. We ain't fly by night, we do this often. True blue, you mix that with what we read, you got a problem.
The purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, like we better be cautious. No grace come with a limit, can't stop us coming with it. Persistent, resilient, the purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, we revolutionary, very. And those that hate us worry, they scary, they wanna bury us. I know that they scared of us.
Call on the name of Yahweh, Jesus Christ, they don't like that. Over titles, they fight it. Yahweh shot gonna kill them. That word that's envy and strife. I see confusion in faces. They say they keeping commandment, but teaching nothing but hatred. It's like a gang to them. They wear them stars, it's like a gang to them. The same in them. Them demons speaking them Friday nights. They can get raw, put up flame, and then we cook their beef. We tell them straight to fix your face. They make stuff up, but anyway, we building up this nation. An organized nation, putting in so many bricks, they say we make
the
sense.
purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, like we better be cautious. No grace come with a limit, can't stop us coming with it. Persistent, resilient, the purple a problem, that's a known fact, yeah. How we go hard on them, they like get up off us, we revolutionary, very. And though they hate us, worry, they scary, they wanna bury us, I know that they scared of us.
Yeah, that purple be a